Okay, as usual, please hold the palm. One bow to the Buddha. Okay, first position. Okay, second position. Okay, third position. Okay, one bow to the Buddha again. Okay, please stay as it. Okay, please stay as it. Okay, as usual, please hold the palm and follow me. Nam mô观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨。南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观 观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨。南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨。南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨。Okay, please follow me. 南无本师释迦牟尼佛。南无本师释迦牟尼佛。南无本师释迦牟尼佛。好。Okay, good morning, all brothers and sisters. Now, today's special, we have to come to this big hall to attend the class because of due to the this Ulumana festival this month for the whole month. I heard they say fifth floor, at the fifth floor, a lot of people very crowded. That's why they shift to here. As for our next lesson, we don't know. We do see how the organizer they arrange. Okay, first thing, our next lesson, as usual, will be on 3rd of September, right? In 2 weeks, 3rd of September, our next lesson. So now can you turn to your page, textbook, page 129. Page 129. Now, so this is chapter 7. Today we start with chapter 7. Now, so the gist, the objective, the gist of this chapter 7 is talking about the non-acquisition. 无德 in Chinese, acquire something, that means you possess something. Sometimes you say, I buy something, I really buy something, I just bought durian. You say, hey, how come I didn't obtain something? I have a car or something like that. How can I say I never have? Okay, I tell you there's a implication behind. Now, this is one of the G's, and that one is called speechless. Chinese called 无说. That means you never say something. Or now I'm giving a talk, but I never give the Dharma talk. At the moment, say, hey, you're giving the talk. I say you never give a talk. That kind of things. So very funny. Anyway, this is a very so-called like profound, very profound teaching, profound teaching in Buddhism, right? So you say Buddhism is a philosophy, something like that. Not just some people go to the church to attend a Bible class or Bible talk. That quite straightforward, very simple. Buddhism is talking about, more on the supramundane, world transcending Dharma. So that is actually beyond our concept. So sort of like, philosophy. If you are trained in philosophy, right, your background, then it will be easier for you to understand Buddhist philosophy. Okay? Now, so this is the so-called gist for this chapter 7. So let me read the Chinese first. If you have a Chinese sutra, then followed by English. 第七品，无得无说分第七品。须菩提，宜云何？如来得阿耨多罗三藐三菩提耶？如来有所说法耶？须菩提言：如我解佛所说义，无有定法，名阿耨多罗三藐三菩提。亦无有定法，如来可说，何以故？如来所说法，皆不可取，不可说，非法，非非法。所以者何？一切贤圣，皆以无为法而有差别。Okay, this is in Chinese. So now can you turn to page, your textbook, page 129, chapter 7. Once again, the Buddha asked the Venerable Subhuti, what do you think, Subhuti? Did the Tathagata realize any such a Dharma as, unassailed, perfect enlightenment? And does the Tathagata teach any such Dharma? The Venerable Subhuti thereupon answered, Bhagavan, as I understand the meaning of what the Buddha says, the Tathagata did not realize any such Dharma as unassailed, perfect enlightenment. Nor does the Tathagata teach such a Dharma. And why? Because this Dharma realized and taught by the Tathagata is incomprehensible. That means it's speechless, beyond word, and inexpressible, and neither a Dharma nor no Dharma. And why? Because sages arise from what is uncreated. So, according to the verse here, very straightforward, Buddha, he was not a creator. Creator? God is a creator, Almighty God, right? God created all things in the universe, including you and me, right? So, but Buddha, he was not a creator. Buddha, he was a discoverer, right? He discovered the truth. Discover. Just like you and me, after gain the Dharma knowledge, then we practice the Dharma in our daily life. Then one day, when we discover the truth, congratulations, you are the enlightened one. You already attained liberation. So the crucial, the difference is, one discover the truth. People like me, due to the ignorance, we haven't discovered the truth yet, right? So when we discover the truth, then you become enlightened one. You become Buddha. So this is a very straightforward answer. Now here, as I say, it's incomprehensible, inexpressible, beyond word. I mean, the truth is beyond word, truth, satya, right? In Sanskrit called satya. True. Okay, true. Satya. So according to Buddha, satya or truth is beyond word, inexpressible. Right? It's beyond our thinking. Right? It's a sort of experience. Experience, you know. Individual have different experience, right? Something like that. So it's beyond word. But now if I give it a thought now, Dharma thought, through my word of mouth, you know, I tell what is the meaning, tell what is the Dharma. But all these are skillful means. Okay? In Sanskrit called upaya. Skillful means, 方便. So therefore, this is just a tools, right? Skillful means. So therefore, we cannot cling on to it. We cannot attach to it. Once we attach to it, this is how we cause suffering. This is how we, in the sex cycle, you know, in the samsara. So although this is a Dharma, the textbook, right, was spoken by the Buddha. So now because you want to gain the Dharma knowledge, you have to start from very fundamental. You know, just like you study in the secular school, in primary school, secondary school, JC, junior college, you go to university, then postgraduate, and so forth. So it's a very systematic, step by step. Okay? So once you gain the Dharma knowledge, when you practice the Dharma in your daily life, and we are free from suffering, no more mental defilement,烦恼, or affliction, then congratulations, that means you attain liberation. So once you attain liberation or become enlightened one, then this textbook can throw away already. Right? Because you still attached to it. Well, this is a kind of a skillful meaning. You have to make full use of this textbook, for instance, then to know the Dharma in the Diamond Sutra, right? So when you gain the Dharma knowledge, we know the theory, then we can apply in our daily life. I mean, this is the purpose of coming here to attend the Dharma talk, right? But if you say, oh, my English is so powerful, I score distinction P1, I can read, I understand. But you understand only 50%, let me tell you, just on the surface. So behind another 50%, this one need the experienced people to guide you, to tell you, and you really have a wisdom, know the implication behind the scene. So therefore, you still have to come for the Dharma talk. Doesn't mean that your English is very good, you read, you can understand the meaning, right? So it's a different meaning. Okay, so if you know roughly this is the gist of this chapter, then of course they talk about whether Dharma or neither nor Dharma, 非法, 非法, right? According to the verse here. Neither Dharma nor non-Dharma, 非法, 非法. This is talking about middle path. Middle path. Neither A nor B, right? So this middle path, you learned the Dharma class before, right? So this is called middle path. Zhong Dao in Chinese, middle path. And this is a very important teaching in Buddhism. And this is how our great Shakyamuni Buddha, he was set under the Bodhi tree and became enlightened one, right? Because of this middle path. Because before that, he gone through the ascetic life. Can you remember the story? Asceticism, torture himself, you know, he thought he can become enlightened one. And the other extreme, he was in the palace, Wang Gong, enjoying his life. And this is another extreme, right? So neither asceticism, you know, or pleasure seeking, nor pleasure seeking, and this is called middle path. So therefore, we Buddhists, when you practice, talking about practice the Dharma, then we should adopt this so-called like theory, middle path. Don't go into the two extreme. You know what I mean? Two extreme, right? I always say A and B are two sides. Just I look at the weather now. The weather, you talk about weather very extreme. Means when you say hot, it's really, really hot, more than 40 degrees. That recently in Spain, in India, in America, all very hot. China, right? This is called one extreme. Another extreme is very, very cold. extremely cold. All right. So this is another extreme. So Singapore weather not too bad, moderate. It's sort of like middle pass, something like that. So we are very lucky, you know. We say, you know, I want to go to the heaven, I want to go to the Pure Land. In fact, this is a human heaven, 人间天堂, human heaven. So we are actually very lucky, you know, to born in Singapore. I mean, I don't know you lah. To me, you know, born in Singapore, you can learn the Dharma, then a lot of Dharma classes and talk and so on and so forth. And during 7 months, can pray to your ancestor, you know, nobody was stopping you, you know, something like that. But don't anyhow burn the incense paper lah. They anyhow throw the paper. You burn it's okay, but don't anyhow throw. But according to Buddhism, you don't need to burn the incense paper. Right? If the one supposed to have a heavy karma, go to suffering in the hell, you thought you want to burn the $1 billion, US dollars to them, they cannot receive. Why? Because of karma. They're supposed to go there to suffer, no? Then how you ask them to buy a bungalow there, enjoy his life? Cannot. This is a paradox. Once they go to the hell, definitely they want to suffer already. No more enjoyment one. The place for enjoyment is heaven. 天堂, you know, God stay in there. Or you go to the Pure Land, more like, you know, sort of like you can enjoy. But as long as we are go to the hell, that's it. In the samsara, right? But can transfer merit to them. Like now, if you are attending the Dharma talk here, although you didn't join the chanting, but still can transfer the merit to the deceased one. Those people pass away, you know? When they are already, like, unfortunately, they are in the hell, but because of your merit, transfer the merit to them. So slowly, one day, then they can transcend, you know, get out from the 6th cycle there, then go to another good place, another cycle, 6th cycle, right? So, and this is the purpose of transferring the merit. So especially during the Dharma talk, like this one you're attending, at the end of the day, we do the dedication or transfer the merit, then you can just contemplate, say, oh, today, this morning, I attended the lesson until 11:15, all the merit are shared with all sentient beings. When you want to share your merit, share with other people. You know, everybody suffer together, everybody enjoy together, and this is called sharing the merit, right? Share the merit, and this is actually you are practicing no self, no? You are not selfish, no? Compassion, at least two, you practice the Dharma. No self, compassion. Hey, go and find the seat. Here, a lot of empty seat. Yeah, the dangerous one is the safer one, sit in front row, VIP seat. Okay. So, at least you don't know, yeah, transfer merit, nothing wrong, no big deal. But actually, we are practicing no self, no? No self. 无我. Right, this is a very important and profound teaching in Buddhism. And you also practice compassion. 慈悲. Compassion is not universal love, you know. Right. Other religions talk about universal love. Christianity or Catholic, universal love, 博爱. But to Buddhism is compassion. Compassion is beyond love. But you must treat love as a platform. It's just like Buddha. If Buddha to love us, or Guan Yin Pusa to love us, then how are you going to save the sentient beings? He loves us very much. Much more love better than your husband or your wife. But this love, because you practice with the no self, emptiness, or wisdom, so you go beyond love. Right? You don't expect anything in return. It's not calculative. You know, and this is called compassion. Right? You want to benefit all sentient beings. But love is between you and me, you know. You treat me nice, I love you. One day I change already, I don't love you, I hate you. Then this is called love. So everything in contrast. Hate and love, right? Hatred. But compassion is beyond that. It's just like, you know, whether love or hatred, compassion is here already, middle path. People like Bodhisattva or Buddha. Right? So, of course, you bring out to another level, worry level, you say, yeah, Buddha love you also. It's just like I joined the dialogue with the other religion last time, or with a Muslim or Christianity or Catholic. If we talk about compassion, they find that, how come different? What is the difference? Of course, you need to explain to them. But when you explain to them, say, practice with no self, they are difficult to understand already. Chima. So what we say by skillful means, we say, oh yeah, we also talk about love. Yeah, God love people. We also love sentient beings. You know what I mean? So compassion is love, also love, but it's beyond love, more superior. Why? Because no self, in connection with the no self. Okay, so back to the textbook. Okay, so I tell you what's the gist of this chapter. So when I explain the content, then you know what I'm talking, okay? Okay, see the introduction here, page 129. In the previous chapter, the Buddha told Subhuti to let go of dharma, right? Let go. Once they had served their purpose, but to let go of no dharma as well, even sooner. Why? If you say, let go the dharma, then I cling on to no dharma, favor. And this is also considered attachment. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, that means you go beyond that, don't fall into two extremes, then you might want to argue. You say, this is called like nihilism. You know nihilism? Nihilist. Nothing. Like nothing does. Let go this one, let go this one. So how? I get nothing. You know. But this is not the intention of the Buddha. You cannot let go all the things. You cannot say, I don't eat, I don't work, I don't need the money. Come on, you don't need the money. How to survive? You need the money for your retirement. You have to plan financial. That's why you sometimes people engage with financial planner because they have you to plan, but you don't anyhow do for the people. They have you to plan for your retirement when you're getting old. Make sure you got enough money for your retirement. So once you're getting old, the problem is not money. Of course, money is the main issue, but the most important is our health. If your health getting problem, even you got a lot of money, no use. So health 健康是最大的财富嘛 according to Chinese. Because if you're healthy, you didn't go for operation, you're going to hardly go and see the doctor, then you don't spend the money. Basically, you don't spend so much money. So you become very rich already. You know what I mean? So how to keep ourselves fit? Mentally, physically, must be healthy. Physically, in terms of exercise. In terms of food consumption, 乱吃叫会死. People anyhow eat one, right? And of course now you're enjoying your short while, but you'll suffer consequently, you'll suffer later for the long time. Mentally, in terms of affliction or mental defilement, 烦恼. Like you come for the Dharma talk or Dharma class, spiritually development. Although you have a good materialistic life, but spiritually, it's not empty, because you are very rich in spiritual development, because you take up the religion, because we human beings, at least the two main elements, make up human being, body and mind, 身心组合, body and mind. Right, body and mind. If those people that are free thinker, don't believe any religion, you're very good materialistic life, you got money, traveling, enjoy nice food and so on and so forth, nice house, everything, this is called body. But mind, empty, no spiritual development. So actually you're only half human being. I mean, from our perspective, 一半呢，你的人只有一半呢 in Chinese, not a full human being, because human being is supposed to make up of body and mind, 身心者 the combination of body and mind, right? You only physical, body enjoyment, but you're spiritually, well, that's why you have a lot of problem, 烦恼, affliction. Then how to reach out in our mind development? Religion come in, or something for you to rely upon. 寄托啦, you know what I mean? So you take up the religion, but of course you don't anyhow go to the extreme. But if you are unlucky, go to cult. Cult, C-U-L-T, 邪教. It's very popular and very common in America and South Korea. 你韩国你知道吗? South Korea? America, a lot. Cult. statue. China, yeah, everywhere also have, but Singapore is under government control, not too bad. 地下组织 underground one, because government will arrest you, no. You know what is the time? You know 一贯道 no? 道一贯道. Initially in Singapore is considered illegal, no. So they hide in the HDB flat, close the window, everything. You can see a lot of sleepers outside. Then they do it secretly. But it's not legal one. They have to do it secretly. But later on, government make it legal. Become so-called like one of the religion. So now they can open the door. Nothing to hide. And you know, Lee Kuan Yew in Singapore got 3 main buildings, no? One in Geylang, smaller one, new building. One in Bukit Merah. One in Tampines or whatever, east side one. You look at the building, east side one is a white building, very big one. And they emphasize a lot of vegetarian, it must be vegetarian. But having said that, they can eat egg, another name, because they can eat egg. And you can, if you buy a lot of vegetarian food in the hawker center already in Singapore, everywhere, actually it's not Buddhists open the store, no. Most of them are 一贯道, no. Why? Because they emphasize 禅素嘛, vegetarian. For Buddhists, it doesn't mean they must be vegetarian, right? You can eat meat or whatever. Just like, Theravada monk go for alms begging, whatever you give, they just eat. Or Tibetan Lama, we got vegetable in Tibet, so they have to eat meat. No? Unless the domestic flight, they supply the vegetable to them. But now they slightly better, they got the domestic kind of supply the vegetable food to them. Clear? So 一贯道 is not Buddhism, let me tell you. It's a combination of 5 religions. You know, Sibei Law, Waterloo Street, a lot of people go there and worship. A lot of youngsters, rich people go there now. Youngsters also go there, very superstitious, And that one is 一贯道, not Buddhist, not Buddhism, let me tell you. 一贯道. They also pray the Maitreya, Bodhisattva, Mila for smiling Buddha, and the other one to do what Guan Yin Pusa, whatever. And if you take a glance, you say, oh, this is also Buddhism, go statue. In Singapore, doesn't mean that you're Buddhist, then you can buy the statue. Right? As long as you got money, you can buy already. You see the Taoist people, they also worship to Guan Yin. You know what I mean? But they call themselves is Buddhist, but actually it's Taoist. They can't differentiate. Clear? Okay, back to the textbook. So the Buddha knows that Subhuti has not yet grasped this teaching, that he is still attached, like you and me, to the no Dharma, emptiness. So hence, he raises the subject of Dharmas again, this time focusing on the Dharma among Dharmas unexcelled. Perfect enlightenment. You take a look in the PowerPoint here. Perfect enlightenment. So also we call it supreme perfect enlightenment. Okay? The enlightenment of a Buddha, of course, Buddha considered as a perfect enlightenment. When you call enlightenment in short, of course, we didn't fully spell out perfect enlightenment. Enlightenment means perfect already. Because I told you before in the Dhamma class, Buddha, he was a perfected one. When it's a perfection in Buddhism, 究竟 in Chinese, it means 100%. 100, your marks are 100%. Not 100.01, also not 99.99, no. 不增不减, according to Heart Sutra, right? Neither increase nor decrease. 不增不减, correct or not? So it's exactly 100%, and this is called perfection in Buddhism. No bargain, not 99.99. 100.01 also wrong. Right? So this is called perfect. But Buddha, he was a perfected one. Right? Buddha. We call it awakened one, enlightened one, perfected one. Awakened one, right, in Buddhism. Okay, so perfect enlightenment also refers to the last and the highest of the 52 stages of Bodhisattva practice or Buddhahood. Of course, if you know attended my Dharma class, we talk about 52 stages of Bodhisattva. Bodhisattva, they actually divided into 10 stages. 10地菩萨, or call it 10 grounds. 10 grounds of Bodhisattva, right? first ground, second ground. It's just like, just like in the Theravada Buddhism, we talk about 4 fruition. The first fruition, Anagami, third fruition, Srutapanna, you learned before, right? First, second, third, fourth. The last one, the fourth fruition is Arahat, Alohan. So Arahat means liberated one. Because you already attained liberation. Liberation means Nirvana in Sanskrit. Niephan, Nirvana. I told you before, if you know Hokkien, you know how to pronounce it right. Niyama, lo. Your grandmother, lo. Niyama, to Nirvana, means liberation. 解脱. Okay, back to the textbook. So, the realization of which is experienced by the Buddha's reward body. Of course, it's called powerful reward body, which the body appears in front of all bodhisattvas, to give a sermon to all bodhisattvas. So this is called reward body. Our body is called naked, not naked, physical body, physical body, our body, all right? Shakyamuni Buddha also, right? 80 years old, then after that, attain Nirvana, right? And we call it arising and ceasing, right? If we born in this world, one day we will die. It will disappear from this world. 生死嘛, up and down, okay? Okay, turn to the next page. Manifested by the Buddha, we call it apparition, body. It's just, I'm talking just now, the physical body. Apparition, of course, is not just a delusion, not real one, not forever, right? Subject to change. So, by which is itself a body's true body, a Buddha's true body, 真的身. That one is really called the true body of the Buddha, and his Dharma body, Dharmakaya. Dharma body means his spirit, true spirit, the truth. And this beyond time and space. Not constrained by our physical body. You and me are physical body. We need to eat, otherwise cannot survive. 我们要吃饭. We have to sleep, we have to eat, otherwise cannot survive. Then one day we will die, 会死掉的嘞. Okay? Whether don't care whether you're president or whatever, everybody will die. Right? Nothing to do with regardless of whether language or religion, our national anthem, regardless of whether you're president, you're prime minister, you're rich or poor. Everybody have to go through all these stages. Okay? So in his response, Subhuti applies, page 130, the same logic he applies elsewhere. Enlightenment is a Dharma, and all Dharmas are empty. Why? All Dharma lack of intrinsic nature. All depends on causes and conditions. Right? So nothing is permanent, subject to changes. There's no independent thing. Everybody are related to each other. So we are all have a shared Dharma because we are live in this planet, this earth, or in Singapore, we constrain now. Right? We all live in Singapore. So we're having the shared karma. Nobody can escape. Therefore, we are, if you go to church, you say, oh, brothers and sisters. Because this is English, I call you brother and sisters. So it's just like we are in the big family, Just like in the big family, we are all brothers and sisters, Correct or not? That's why I call brothers and sisters. 传说各位师兄. It's a different kind of how we address to people. So if everybody are brothers and sisters, we are in the big family, Although no blood, any blood kind of relationship, but this is going to tell us that we have to respect each other. Talking about respect is a mutual respect. Now the presidential hopeful, one of the now 3 candidates already, so must go and vote. No walk over. I also must go and vote, and queue down there. Queue. I always go early one, but early also a lot of people because a lot of senior they can't sleep, so they go there earlier than me, But Singapore very efficient one, very fast one, right now. One of the candidates, Taman, I heard very popular, Taman. His slogan, 他的口号 for this presidential election, mutual respect, 互相尊重. Taman. Because I read newspaper, I seen it. So here talking about respect, mutual respect. Brothers and sisters, regardless of race, language, and religion, our national anthem. Tonight going to have a rally speech already by Lee Hsien Loong. Correct now? Wow, nobody interested. Okay. Okay, you're not interested. I'm going to tell Lee Hsien Loong, write to the Facebook. Oh no, but why are you interested? Dharma, you're also not interested. Politics, you're also not interested. What sort of thing you are interested? 貓生丸啊，叉龜條啊。You know, when I was studying in England, I met a Singapore student. Then they said, "Oh, you're from Singapore." You find it very, hardly look for see the Singaporean or British people. Hardly see the Chinese. You see the Chinese, they are very happy, and especially you're from Singapore. All from Singapore. They say, "Hey, what do you miss?" I keep it. They say, "Hey, what do you miss? How long you been studying here?" "Oh, I'm doing my bachelor degree. This is my second year. This is my last year." I said, "What do you miss?" You know what is the answer now? I expect the answer is, I miss my parents so much. Or I miss my girlfriend so much. Correct or not? This is supposed to be a right answer, normal answer. You know what they told me they miss, no? 叉龟條. This kind of people, this kind of Singapore citizen useless. Miss 叉龟條. The parent here already, my heart broken. 叉龜條. Correct or not? Okay, so, therefore, enlightenment is empty and it is thus beyond the realm of conceptual expression. So this is the Hinayana, doctrine of emptiness. So can you see the PowerPoint here? Hinayana. Another word we call Theravada. I told you before, right? You try to avoid this term, Theravada. You have to use Theravada, 小乘, or we call it small vehicle. Okay, I told you before in the Dharma class. Because Hinayana, Mahayana, Maha means great, Hina means small. Big brother and small brother, they here already, they are not happy already. Everything contrasts. So therefore, try to avoid using the sensitive term. You use the Theravada. You know Theravada? Theravada Buddhism, small vehicle, or we call it 小乘. So Hinayana, the Sanskrit Hina, just a hidden something, right? Means lesser. And Yana means vehicle, 乘, right? Vehicles or teaching. So Mahayana Buddhists regarded Hinayana teaching as the way of voice healer, 声闻, right? Especially during the Buddha time. They follow the Buddha teaching, they follow wherever Buddha go, 声闻. So always attend the Buddha, when Buddha give a sermon, the talk, this is how they listen to the Dharma. And of course, through the sound, you hear. So we call it healer, 声闻, 才能够声闻, 闻到声音, right? You hear the sound. So voice healer and cause awakened one who seek their own emancipation. Emancipation means liberation, 解脱. Another English word, right? It's either use liberation. Liberation is very common. But if you use emancipation, it means your English is very powerful. You try not to repeat the same vocab. This is how you write an essay. You're very good in a vocab. Of course, you know how you use it. Just now you must know the kind of way how you use it, right? So, their own emancipation from delusion and suffering, and yet lack practice to benefit others. In other words, we cannot say they do benefit to others, but they, compared to Mayan Buddhism, they do have sort of like Buddhism have a great compassion, 大悲, right? I should say that you cannot say they didn't benefit to sentient beings. If you go to Thailand or Myanmar or Cambodia, Theravada Buddhism, Theravada monk, they also come to Singapore. They also teach people meditation because they used to meditate. They teach people how to meditate. Talking about meditation, another presidential, another candidate hopeful, Ng Kok Song. Ng Kok Song, 75 years old. You only 4 know only. Ng Kok Song, he said, I want to reach out to the young people because you want to attract the young voter. He said, if you read the newspaper, what I know is from the newspaper. He said, I want to reach out to the new people. I want to teach them how to earn money, how to save money, how to enjoy life, and how to meditate. I hear, meditation? Can't he's a Buddhist or what? Not necessarily. Yoga also meditation. I look at his face, not really, Buddhist. But of course, cannot jump on the outlook. I don't go and tell the Ng Kok Song, the way I see his pattern, I say unlikely, they say 100% unlikely. Then look at his wife, not wife, fancy, Wei Wen Qi. Wow, she's very tall, right? Wow, taller than you, taller than him. So, meditation, unless if you meet him in Kosong in the hawker center, you ask him, are you a Buddhist? Can you teach me meditation, or I teach you meditation? Okay, back to here. Now, so this is the Hinayana doctrine of emptiness, because they talk about emptiness. Still, Subhuti sees that there's a problem with this explanation. Hence, he adds that while such a Dharma is necessarily empty, it is also necessarily not empty. Right? For the Buddha has realized enlightenment and teaches others how to reach enlightenment. To avoid the contradiction implicit in this, Subhuti takes refuge in the uncreated. As I said already, Buddha was a discoverer, it's not a creator. So, but has Subhuti reached the land of Buddha, or has it simply changed rough? Okay. Now, here the two scholars here, you refer to yourself, Zhao Ming, he was a prince also, page 441. Hui Nen, Sixth Patriot, Liu Zu Hui Ren, page 449. Okay, next verse. Page 130. Once again, the Buddha asked the Venerable Subhuti, what do you think? Subhuti, did the Tathagata realize any such Dharma was unacceptable? Perfect enlightenment. And does the Tathagata teach any such Dharma? It's just I'm teaching you. Do I teach the Dharma to you all? But if you from the Buddha point of view, no, I didn't teach the Dharma. But in fact, you are teaching the Dharma because you're all sitting here, I'm standing here. Correct now? So, the purpose is, they didn't deny the fact is, you're giving the talk, whatever. We still recognize there's a Dharma, but most importantly, they want us not to cling on to it. But these are all skillful means, subject to changes. It's just a medicine. We are all the patient. 我们都是病人嘛. Right? We need to, I told you already, you come here to prescribe under medication. 你来拿药的吗? So once every 2 weeks, you come here to take the medicine because we are all patient in terms of mental defilement. 会吗? 你来这边拿药嘛? So once you fully recover, 如果你全部好了, fully recover, do you still want to take the medicine? Of course, you throw away already your 起效啊, 这个价. So it's the same meaning. If you are already free from suffering, you attain liberation, this Dharma to you is no use. But it's a medicine. When we sick, we need the medicine. When we are healthy, we don't need any medicine. Correct or not? So this is a simple logic. So medicine is not forever, you must take the medicine. Not necessary. Correct or not? The old people, they go to polyclinic, they go and get the medicine from the doctor. Because due to old age, it's not really have an illness. Because old age, all the spare part all malfunction already. So doctor try to please you or whatever. They give you those kind of supplement thing. You take more also won't affect your body. But they thought this is a medicine. So psychologically, they say, doctor give me a lot of medicine. I think already I can recover. Right? Mentally they think that, but actually it's not really a medicine. A kind of supplement thing, 营养品, you know what I mean? You see a lot of old people go to polyclinic, they call it 大包小包, big, more small plastic bag, a lot of medicine, 10 medicine, 8 medicine, had to take all the medicine per day, 1 day. Correct? So psychologically, they think that. Okay, back to here. Ananda, Ananda, you refer to page 438. Ananda is one of the 10 disciples of the Buddha, or none. Because he used to listen to Buddha give a sermon, 多闻第一, But of course, it's not like you always anyhow go to attend the talk or whatever, Although you listen a lot of things, but it's not true Dharma. So useless, wasting your time. Right now. So this Ananda prefaces this chapter with Purna Aparan in Sanskrit. You see the bracket once again in English, as if to indicate that the Buddha was once more trying to break through the limitation of Subhuti understanding. This time, he focuses on Subhuti's understanding of the nature of enlightenment, because he's asking about enlightenment. Up until now, the Buddha has focused on the qualification of embarking on the Bodhisattva path. He now proceeds to the goal of Buddhahood, and the Buddha's three in one body, as I told you, Trikaya, right? Sansan, there's a three body of the Buddha, right? Called Trikaya, Trikaya, Trikaya in Sanskrit. So the term Anuttara Samyo Sambodhi, this in Sanskrit, unexcelled, in bracket, or perfect enlightenment, was used to distinguish the enlightenment of the Buddha from that claim, by the other spiritual order, including those that maintain the existence or non-existence of certain dharma, such as the self or the mind. So it was called unexcelled. So because it is only realized by Buddhas, it was called perfect. As I told you, 100%, perfect, because it is not subject to condition. You see, when you talk about dependent origination, right? Depend on causes and condition. When you say things are depend on causes and condition, means that things is subject to changes. Quite not. Like our body is made up of 5 skandha, like 5 aggregate according to Buddhism, win. Or body and mind. You reduce to 2 main elements, body and mind. If your physical body, you feel that ill or unhealthy or whatever, and you get suffering already, subject to changes when you are sick, right? Or when mentally you still got a lot of mental defilement or affliction, then you cause suffering already because the whole thing will change again. So whether mental or physical, all these are subject to changes. It's not permanent, right? Once the thing impermanent, that's why in Buddhism talk about impermanent cause suffering, 无常故苦, impermanent cause suffering. You see the weather, you see the economic, anything in the world, right? You see those natural disasters, just like typhoon. But luckily, at the moment, Singapore don't have such a so-called like typhoon. But who knows one day, earthquake. We are affected, last time, you see the surrounded the country, Indonesia or whatever, Sumatra or whatever, when they have an earthquake, we also find shaky also, Especially those live in, where? Singapore. Marine Parade. Because near the Indonesia or east side or whatever, so the building, because our building in Singapore, it's not catered for typhoon and earthquake one, So Singapore can't afford to have an earthquake and typhoon, So just imagine, one thing, but doesn't mean this thing won't happen, Correct or not? So you better pray hard, but no use. Right? Karma. We all share karma. But if you live in the second floor, I always joke with people, HDB flat, if you live in the second or third floor, anything earthquake, if you cannot walk on the staircase or take the lift, you jump now, the most thing you can keep your life, the most is the leg broken only. Correct or not? If you stay in the 10th floor, 20 story, jialat, how to jump down? Cannot jump, parachute? Cannot. You see the earthquake, the building like that, which one will come down first? Top one, boom. You see? You know the thing, the theory, the thing will just, so the top one will die first, second, so you're the last one. I mean, you stay in the, of course, people don't like to stay in the second floor in Singapore. Noisy, traffic, this, can't see the beautiful scenery, can't see the East Coast side, beach. So things are like that, give and take. And this is the truth, 这个就是真理, give and take. Why not? Because we are living in the relative world. Nothing is perfect. You come here for Dharma talk, you gain something, right? You gain the Dharma knowledge, but you at the same time, you lose something. Why? Your private time. You cannot join the downstairs chanting. You cannot go out to jalan-jalan, walk around, or go to Orchard and shop. Later on, you can shop later. You know what I mean? So, give and take. You cannot say want to take both or lose both. No. And this is what happened in the world. Clear? Okay. So back to here. Now, so the answer is called perfect because it is not subject to condition. And it was called enlightenment because it eliminates the shadow of delusion and the darkness of ignorance. Ignorance refers to darkness, I mean, hey, no light, nothing. And wisdom, light, a light of wisdom. Wisdom referring to brightness, you can see the light. Light means hope. There's a hope. Darkness means 没有希望, no hope. Just like you live in the dark room, you're very scared because you can't see anything. If you can see something, I see you sitting here, I find it, wow, more settled down, calm down. You find it very safe, 安全感. Right now, some people, if you know the small kid, then when we was young, right, we would like to sleep with my mother, my father, something like that. Then they embrace you, pamper you, tell you the story until you sleep. Then just imagine the small kid, if they just sleep alone, one big water bed, how? Off the light, ooh, scared already. Especially 7 months. Wow, ghost coming. Oh, a lot of people burning the incense paper. He's talking about burning the incense paper. You see, you look at the cleaner, Malay cleaner, whatever, different religion, but of course, Singapore talk about mutual respect. They can accept it what to do because you only burn once a year only, because everybody burn. If burn, it's okay, no? But you don't dirty the place. But some people throw the paper. I see already, oh, wow, my goodness, all in the mess. Then you say Singapore is a clean city? Rubbish. Where got clean? But we have to thank the cleaner, no? Cleaner, cleaner, what time they wake up? 4 a.m., 他们很早起来的嘞. So when you wake up, you go to work, you see the place, no paper, no rubbish, because they already sweep the floor already. Right now. Then who want to do this kind of job? Less pay, then you have to suffer yourself under the hot sun. So Singaporean who want to work? Nobody want to work. See a lot of people from Malaysia, like our side crematory. Recently I saw a lot of young people. I say, how come they work in the crematory side department? You say, 死人烧死人的嘞. Who want to work? Singaporean who want to work? 这种贵, burn the dead body. But Malaysian people, they really want to work. Why? There's a job. To them, it's very difficult to do a job. They do mind to come here, earn the money. You change to the Malay ringgit, it's more. And you see those live in Johor, they prefer to rent a place, a house in Johor, cheaper than Singapore. And they travel every day. Morning, what time they wake up? 5 a.m. for something, you're still on the bed, still dreaming. But see what time they wake up. Life. Because they have to work for money. Who want to come all the way here? No. So we have to treat people nicely, mutual respect. You cannot anyhow torture the maid or whatever. Just because you give them salary, money, you can shout at them, you can beat them or scold them, or whatever. Let's talk about mutual respect. Who want to work? Who want to work as a maid? Who want to sweep the floor? You just imagine if nobody want to sweep the floor, then how? No. So in Buddhism, talk about karma. So respect each other. Mutual respect. Our Taman say one, mutual respect. Hey, I'm joking. It doesn't mean I support him. Tell first, I just anyhow say one. Okay, in chapter 4, the Buddha said that Bodhisattvas are not attached to perception of space, of a cell, a being, a life, or a soul, which are the entities of space and time, out of which we construct our material world. So in other words, it's within time and space. So in chapter 6, the previous chapter, the Buddha added attachment to Dharma and no Dharma, which represent the entity of the mind, out of which we construct and deconstruct our conceptual world. So the Buddha told Subhuti that if bodhisattvas are attached to perception of space, time, or mind, they are not bodhisattva. In other words, if we attach to space and time or whatever, then for instance, you are sitting here to attend the talk. If you are constrained, now you are constrained by time and space, right? This time, at this space, you are sitting on the chair, you can't do anything. You are constrained by it. After 11:15, you can go wherever you like. But as I always say, if you listen attentively, very focused, You are very focused. That means you're beyond time and space. You don't find very uncomfortable. You are sitting here. You don't find the time, it's how come so slow? And this is called beyond time and space. You just think that few seconds only, few minutes only, but actually it's 1 hour already. I mean, I don't know whether you got experience when you practice meditation, right? You count. Here comes so long, never finish. That means your mind still very scattered. If you are very focused, right, you do the meditation, you beyond time and space, then you realize that, actually so fast. 1 hour, I thought 10 minutes only. Correct or not? This is called beyond time and space, beyond time. So the Buddha told Subhuti to be attached to perception of space and time, as I said earlier. So they liberated no one still, even if they do manage to remain detached, right, from such entities. The Buddha is concerned that the goal of Buddhahood might become another source of attachment. Right? You say, I don't attach to existence, but emptiness is okay. But is it considered attachment? You do attach to existence, but you attach to emptiness as well. So therefore, we should not attach to regardless of existence or emptiness. It should go beyond that. And you say, no, this one, which one? No, this is not the Buddha intention, because they want us, we still have to recognize their value, their function. The only thing is, we have to go beyond that. Don't attach to it. Don't think that this is forever, everlasting, never change. Once a thing change, then you suffer. Correct or not? So you must mentally prepare. If you use the mundane word, you have to mentally, physically prepare. Thing will change one day. Thing will change. It's just like, now we are very young, but we must mentally prepare. Everybody, one day will become old, no? Some people cannot accept you are getting old, no? I'm still very young. Why I cannot walk so fast? Why I only sleep few hours only? Why I cannot do that? Why I cannot do this? Because you're old already. No energy already. Why I cannot walk OT? Why I cannot travel to all over the world? Why I get tired very easily? The answer is because you old already. Correct or not? 老了不能骗人的嘛. So therefore, we have to accept it. You see, a lot of people why they suffer? Because they dare not to accept they are old. 他不要承认他老。我不是说老没有用啊。It's just like you have to accept it. I'm old, so you must adjust. How to do the adjustment? No more young already, so you must adjust. Above 60 already. You see, government give you the MRT card, 老人卡. I don't know what they call the card, right? If you're above 60 in Singapore, you pay very cheap, MRT or even bus also or public transport, right? Why they give you so the kind of benefit, give you the card, and they have a kind of rules that you must above 60 and above. How they draw the line? Because they know that after 60 is considered old already. But some people above 60 still look very young. Then you're lucky, lo. You look young, lo. Right? Because you're very cheerful. Because you got Dharma. The Dharma give you a lot of nutrition. 你不会刮擦边啊，你個 ICIC 啊，like owe you $1 million 啊。Correct or not? You see, people go to church. When I was in England, the whole family, because you have to rent a house, you stay in the basement because students pay cheaper. Where every time come to Sunday or sometimes 5 days a week or Saturday, the whole family, they brought the kids, their children, mommy, go to the church. Wow. Then they do car drive all the way to church. The church services, got 2 services, during that time. 9 o'clock a.m. one. Don't know what time. Afternoon, another one. So they go there. You know, in the church, I don't know. I thought church, they got kitchen to serve food. No. Church, no food. Church only got give you a simple one, snack or whatever, or they were catering, have a during big event. Not like temple in the way you say good lah, like here, say serve you lunch or whatever. So you see, you go to the church, very simple one, and very clean. You see, a lot of things happen in the religion, 2 things, especially Buddhism. One is kitchen. A lot of gossip, a lot of this kind of thing, gossiper. 很多是非啦 kitchen. And then one is what? Cock, this one. 敲法器. These two areas, a lot of politics, a lot of problems. That's why I see in the church, no kitchen, no food. You go there, you want to pray to the God. I'm not going there to eat one, My purpose to go to the church, I want to pray to the God. God blessing. But on the other hand, why you want to go to the temple? I want to eat char kway teow. I want to eat bo piang, all because of food. This is the intention you come here. Correct or not? So it's a different mentality. Different mentality. In Singapore, I met one taxi driver, and the old man, 71, 72 already, still very healthy, strong, and drive taxi, But mutual respect. He says, Sifu, you're a Buddhist monk. I'm Christian. But religion put aside, a lot of differences you put aside, we are friends. I say, yeah, you and me, brother and sister. So we are one family. Just imagine, I see inside the taxi, 如果得罪他, you keep me out, open the door, you out. So how? So we are become friends already. And his mentality, very positive, the talk, positive, very positive, And he's very happy to go to the church. And why I know church no food serving, he told me, 师父，我们没有吃东西的嘞，你们去那边干嘛？Oh, we go there to pray, pray to the God. Then after that, we have a kind of small reception, have a drink or whatever. And this British family, I was in England, this is what they're doing. Because they after, do you know what they call it, praying or whatever? Half an hour or something like that. Then after that, they have a chit-chat, This is how they interaction, mingle around to make friends. Sharing. You got a problem, you're jobless, I help you to look for the job. I see, opportunity already. And Buddhist temple, silent, 静语, don't talk. Or even I ask them, I also jobless, how to introduce to you? Jobless, then I come here for free lunch and free meal. So it's a different mentality. You see, a lot of youngsters want to go to church. Singapore City Harvest Church. Hey, if you want to look for girlfriend, boyfriend, please don't come to Buddhist temple. Very difficult to find. Doesn't mean that no more. Very difficult. If some people want to go to church, why? Because they want to make friends. Because a lot of youngsters, right? Especially girls or boys, easier for them to look for friends, kind of things. This is one of their intention, but not all, not all. I went to church a couple of times in England. The Bible talk like me, this one, fully 1 hour, more than 1 hour, solid, all kong. Everybody become kong, emptiness. To learn the Bible talk only half an hour, but the chanting, the holy song, 1 hour. More than that. See, there are more emotion. But we are too intellectual. So too extreme. Too intellectual, kong, tau ka kang, emptiness. Down there, talking about, we are talking about intellectual, down there more emotion. So these are the two extremes. So the best thing is middle path. 10 minutes chanting, then Dharma. So this is why I adopt the star. Even I go to the church, before the Bible talk, they sing song first, holy song, God, So I chant the Buddha name first song. Let you come down, Then we start the Dharma talk, the profound one. Then at the end, they transfer the merit, right? Finish. Okay, back to here. Now, so they liberate no one, still even if they do manage to remain, detached from such entity. The Buddha is concerned the goal of Buddhahood might become another source of attachment. So this is why he asked Subhuti about the nature of enlightenment. Okay, now following the scholar Vasubandhu. This is one of the co-founder of the Yogacara school, page 468, if you want to know Vasubandhu. Siqing, Chinese called Siqing. Another one, Asanga, page 438, Wu Zhuo. So these are two brother, the co-founder of the Yogacara school, my only school, Wei Shi. Then to next page. Qi Fo, page 441. Okay. 同理, page 467. Okay, move on to the next verse. We have to, like that, can move faster, otherwise cannot finish. Okay, the Venerable Subhuti thereupon answered, Bhagavan, as I understand the meaning of what the Buddha said, the Tathagata did not realize any such Dharma as unexcelled, perfect enlightenment, nor does the Tathagata teach such a Dharma. Okay, we see how they explain. So at this point, a number of commentaries add that the Buddha could not realize anything because he did not forget anything. So, and he could not teach anyone anything because we already know everything that we need to know. So we too have not forgotten anything, hence we cannot realize anything. Okay? So this one is just round up with the word. The most important is, as I say, middle path, we cannot attach to whether A or B. Of course, we cannot attach to existence, as Buddha taught us. At the same time, we also cannot attach to the emptiness. Correct? So you go beyond, this is called middle path, you go beyond two extremes. So what do we mean by go beyond? That means we didn't deny the fact that we didn't deny the fact that these things are not no value or no function or didn't appear. We recognize it, we recognize it, but we go beyond it. We don't attach to it. We recognize this computer can show the PowerPoint or whatever, got its function, but computers are subject to changes. Computers are emptiness in terms of nature, right? Subject to changes, so that we cannot attach to it, otherwise it will cause suffering. Because things will change one day. But doesn't mean that nothingness. We still recognize the function of computer. Clear? So this is a very important concept. And this is called emptiness. As I told you before, emptiness means detachment. Emptiness is 空就是没有执着了 in Chinese. Emptiness means detachment. It means we don't simply attach to an external object. So, it says, hence we cannot realize anything. Next paragraph. So the Buddha's question in this sutra are similar to what later became known as koan. You know koan, gong-an in Chinese, koan. Especially in Zen Buddhism, Zen, school of Zen, Chanzong, right? Because the Zen master will tell you the kind of phrase, it sounds like very contradiction, unlogical, not logic one, but they ask you going to think about it to find out the answer, something like that. And this is called koan, gong-an, koan. And this koan, if you without the Dharma knowledge, if you have the fundamental knowledge of Dharma, something like you don't have the wisdom or understanding of the Dharma, then it's very difficult to find out the answer. Koan. Okay? Gong-an in Chinese. Now, so, in Zen tradition, so they are not posed to develop our understanding so much as to free us from our understanding. In this case, our understanding of enlightenment. Sometimes our understanding of something is using our mundane knowledge from the mundane perspective. It's not from the emptiness, right? Not from the perspective of emptiness. So we always see the wrong thing. We always see the thing actually is unreal, 不是真实. It's not a real one. Correct now? And this is how we cause suffering. And this is how we easily influence, affect by the external object, and become very emotional. Clear? So thus Subhuti answer are neither true nor false. This is called middle path, 中道, neither A nor B. But represent his path through the maze of doubts and misinterpretation concerning the nature of enlightenment, as well as the Buddha's realization and teaching of it. Again, we should remember that Subhuti is the interlocutor. Is the interlocutor of this sutra for a reason. Okay? So among the Buddha's disciples, he was the foremost in his understanding of emptiness. 解空第一. Chinese so one of the chief disciples, 10 disciples of the Buddha. Okay? Now, so Subhuti, the Dharma Sutra, Subhuti is very good understanding of emptiness. Okay? I'll use our Monday word. He's expert. 他的专长 expertise, right? His expertise is emptiness. But while his understanding of emptiness had liberated Subhuti from the mundane world. That means in this defiled world, it has imprisoned him in another. His answer here points out, the wall. Okay, followed by the scholar, Ding Fu Bao, page 466. The Lotus Sutra, Fa Hua Jing, you see page 452. Zhu Han. This scholar for page 442. Jiang Weilong, page 441. The last one. Can you turn to next page? Hui Ren, as I said just now, page 449. One of the six Patrick. Dao Chuan, page 464. Okay, this one go and read that by yourself. Okay, followed by at the bottom, the next verse. And why? Because this Dharma realized and taught by the Tathagata is incomprehensible and inexpressible. And neither a Dharma nor no Dharma. Right? Because you know yourself is no self. And other people also know self. So everybody know their intrinsic nature. All depend on causes and conditions. All are impermanent. So we cannot attach to ourselves, at the same time to attach to external object. That's why I say this one very profound. But when I talk about don't detach from yourself or other object in the phenomena means we still recognize the thing, no? It's just like we don't easily influence, affect by ourselves or things in the universe or external world. Clear? So this is an important message what Buddha trying to tell us. Okay, so can you see the page 135? Having denied that the Buddha attained anything or that he teaches anything, Subhuti finds himself in the bind. Although his denial follows from his understanding that all dharmas are empty. He cannot help seeing that he is sitting in front of the Tathagata, the Arahant, the fully enlightened one. Now, to explain this contradiction, he says that the enlightenment realized that taught by the Buddha is beyond the reach of concept and language. That means beyond word. Truth are beyond words. Inexpressible. It's just like sometimes I can use a word to describe. You have to go and realize yourself. You're going to experience by yourself. It's just like I tell you, say, oh, this glass of water is very cold or very hot. But I cannot tell exactly how cold and how hot, right? Unless you drink by yourself. Unless you drink by yourself. So it's the same logic in Buddhism. I cannot tell you my experience will be the same like your experience. Cannot. My experience, your experience are different because we are from different background. But the Dharma theory, the theory of Dharma, is everybody have to follow, right? But due to your different background, your realization, your understanding, your experience, your problems in your daily life will be different. Will be different. Correct or not? But I tell you my experience is for your reference, right? Something like that. Then you do it, probably you will encounter the different problems or whatever. But regardless of any problems, right? The Dharma can be used. It's just a mathematics, S plus Y equals Z. The equation is there, right? You can plug in any figure, and you will get the answer. Simple as that. Clear? Something like that. So, okay, back to here. So trying to grasp it is like grasping space, and trying to express it would be like describing space. But just as Subhuti showed signs of breaking out of his prison, he erected another wall. So another obstacle come again. Okay? Okay, now you go to follow on the scholar, Shen Zhao, page 460. Xie Ling Yun, page 448. 王日修 page 469. 陈雄 page 441. 慧仁 same thing. 6 Patrick, page 449. Can you turn to next one? Albert Constant, one of the senior Buddhist scholars, passed away very constant. Page 443. Dao Chuan, page 464. Okay, move on to another verse. This is the last one. And why? Because sages arise from what is uncreated. Clear now? Buddha is uncreated because it's all due to the conditions. Right? But if you see the contradiction, you see, I'm not criticizing. If you, according to Buddha, our perspective, you say creator, create. When all things are created by you, that means you're going to tell me that you are controlling everything, no? You control everything, no? Since you can control everything, under your control, so you can help people. I can make sure that you don't fall sick, and make sure that COVID-19 don't come after you or something like that. And now the newspaper came already, only come this morning, if you read the Sunday Times. Another variant, B2.5 or something like that. And in fact, the virus never getting weaker, no? Still very strong, no? It's just that because you have slightly high immune system, right? Because you went for the jab, you know, and some people got the COVID, then become more immune system, become more stronger, something like that. So we can resist it, you know. But the virus still around. So better be careful. Will never disappear one. If you look at human being, so inhygiene, 没有卫生的, so dirty, you know, everybody so selfish, and now throw the rubbish, I tell you, the virus all around. Especially you go to hawker center. Now hawker center slightly better in terms of what? People return tray. Yeah, people return already. Why? Fine ma, kia ma, borui ma, then return. Now you put on the trolley, you didn't see the table all in the mess dirty, right? Okay, quite clean because basically they return the tray. But if you go and see the trolley, 推的那个车, you see how people throw the tray on the bird still come, 鸟还是来. Paper, tissue paper, this and that, whatever. Oh my goodness. And see those Singaporeans, they can sit down there and enjoy food. I want to vomit already. They see that, 脚还细个好不吃，你看。And they still can enjoy food, you know, at such an environment. Very funny. So dirty. So just imagine variant, because you give them a good condition, so they come, arise. 你给他好的因缘吗 ？Clear? So what to do? Everybody is selfish. Egoistic. I clean. You are not doing your business. You die yourself. Like that, selfish. But we are all living in this so-called global, you know, everybody can see each other very common one, very often. The planet is very small only. We call it global village, 地球村, global village. Actually, we are related to each other, no? You see, more than 80 students here. Actually, in our past life or whatever, we also brother and sister, no? How come we meet here? There must be a reason behind. How come our friend from South Africa come to Singapore and then come to Buddhist Lodge? Well, probably past life, you don't know me, I know you, or I don't know you, you know me. So, that's how you meet together. These are all conditions, good condition. But some people say, so what? I hate you, don't sit beside me, don't talk to me. You see? And you see, we come to the class, come quietly, leave quiet and very fast. They don't know each other. You look at Christian people, they have a cell group, no? They have a lot of friends, the friendship to them doesn't mean that I ask you to follow them. They are friends. I just want to tell you the mentality. The mentality is different. Hey, 广结善缘 in Chinese, we're supposed to benefit sentient beings. If you don't know people, how to talk to people, how to save people. You know people, nothing wrong. So, don't guilty things, right? 我跟你交朋友 nothing wrong. Anything can help, you know. You let people, okay. We should help each other, take care of each other. Correct or not? Because I went to church, I know. If you ask the traditional monk and nuns, I tell you, those very conservative ones, no. Cannot smile, cannot talk, or whatever. I'm not modern. I tell you, I'm not modern also. I'm not traditional one. 我是 middle part. So people listen to my Dharma is very lively one. The concept will change already. Happiness. Yeah, why so? We are suffering. Should be happy. Yeah, just have a positive attitude. Just change your mind. Everything will be okay. Why not? Okay, back to here. Now, so this, going to tap something. So this is Subhuti answer. Not the Buddha. Subhuti is among the wisest of the Buddha's disciple, but his wisdom, because he's a very expert in emptiness. So by his wisdom falls short here, although he's very smart, but he's a kind of a arahat, he's not a Buddha one, so of course he's not superior, no matter how compared with Buddha. So what Subhuti say is true of Hinayana sages, such as those mentioned in chapter 9, we will explain later in future, but it is not true of Buddha. The Buddhas do not arise from the uncreated one, uncreated. Later, after Subhuti has grasped this teaching, he tells Shakra, a bodhisattva does not stand on the conception that the fruits of a holy life derive from the uncreated. And when the Shariputra responds, the Tathagata stands neither on what is created nor on what is not created, uncreated. If you say not created, then it's uncreated, also wrong. The moment you say uncreated, you have a notion of uncreated. And this sort of I consider attachment as well. You know what I mean now? 这个也不行，那个也不行. See, a lot of people complain, criticize Nagarjuna, you're nihilist, 虚无主义. That means at the end, nothing. So if we say at the end, nothing can grasp on, 你会怕的嘛? So you have such a fear 嘛? 我修行什么用? Because nothingness. If they thought it's nothingness, emptiness. So they scared. So this is a profound teaching in Buddhism. Okay. So you must go and think, Buddhism is want you to think one, so you must go and think, why Buddha say emptiness? Must be a reason. Why Buddha never say nothingness? If you say nothingness, then nothingness 都没有了. Then what for you want to cultivate the Dharma? What for you want to eat? What for you want to work? Nothing. Everything is nothing. Everything is unreal. You know what I mean? So you just ask yourself, why Buddha taught us emptiness? There must be a reason behind. Buddha is not a mad person. No, he's an enlightened one. He told us must be a reason behind. Why he say that? 你要想嘛, why he say that? Then you will find out the answer of it. Okay, back to here. So a Buddha does not stand on the conception of fruits of holy life derived from the uncreated one. So uncreated. So and when Sariputta responds, the Tathagata stand neither on what is created nor what is not created. Nor does it arise therefrom. Subhuti adds, even so should a Bodhisattva stand and walk. Right? So thus it should be kept in mind that this sutra represents the education of Subhuti in the perfection of wisdom. He does not yet understand this teaching, nor does he understand the nature of enlightenment. But if, as Sariputra says later, Bodhisattva arise neither from what is created nor from what is not what is uncreated, from what then do they arise? So the Buddhas answer this question at the end of the next chapter. So today, due to time constraint, but I still want to tell the scholar first. The next chapter probably will tell us the answer. Right? Here, the term Arya Pukara. Can you see the PowerPoint here? Pukara, Puta Chelo. This is a Sanskrit word. All right, Sanskrit word. In Buddhism, Pukara means the entity, just like our physical body. That's why we can have a reborn, in the sixth cycle. Entity that reincarnate as an individual or person, right? The manda, just like manda of tendencies that keeps an individual reincarnating until they attain enlightenment. People like you and me, right? In the samsara, pukara, puta qielo, in Chinese. So this is a Sanskrit word, means our physical body. Okay, so this one you read about yourself. The next scholar, Shen Zhao, page 460. Can you turn to page 138? The next one. Tong Li, just I told you already, page 467. Hui Ren, same thing, I told you before, page 449. Next scholar, Yan Ping, page 470. Zhi Fo, I told you before, so last time, page 441. Hui Ren, again, page 449. Jiang Weilong, told you before, page 441. Hai Jue, this one, no. Okay, next one, Dao Chuan, page 464. In the page 139. Okay, go to 11:20. So today we stop here. The one I didn't mention, you go and read up. If you do have any question, then you can come back to me and ask me. Okay, anything you want to ask me for this morning talk? If no, then shall we do the dedication? 回向. Okay, if you can't remember, you can see the PowerPoint here. May all the merits thus accumulated be dedicated to all sentient beings. May all sentient beings and I together attain Buddhahood. Okay, please stand up. Please hold the palm and follow me. One bow to the Buddha. Okay, see you all. Enjoy your lunch. Okay, see you all on the next lesson.